Okay, I'm joined here by Mark. I'm Altaf. This is Marc Hulbert. And Mark, you are director of lots of wonderful things at the college, but we haven't got time to go into all those wonderful things. So we're here to have to talk about the support that we give to our high achieving students. Now, I've got a figure in my head. I think it's something on the lines of 94% of our students who get into the top unis leave with a first class honours degree or a 2-1 degree. Have I got that right?
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
Okay, so if someone is watching, the parent of a high flying student, a future Stephen Hawkins or a future Sir Alex Jeffreys, did you know that Sir Alex Jeffreys was actually one of our alumni and they want to send their child to Luton Sixth Form College? What are the top few things that should encourage a parent or a high flyer to come to Luton Sixth Form College, Mark?
I think one of the most important things actually is that people understand that these days to get into the top universities, whether that be Russell Group, whether it be Oxford, Cambridge University, it's no longer enough just to get the very highest grades. Clearly, you've got to get the very highest grades. Absolutely. You've got to be getting A's and A stars. But in its own right, that's not enough. You've got to be doing other things.
And you call it the super curricular. I love that.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's what I was just going to say. Yeah, super curricular activities are the kind of things that you need to be doing. So extracurricular activities would be those kind of things where, you know, maybe you're playing for a sports team or you're part of a student council. Those are great. Absolutely. They develop lots of skills, but super curricular activities are the kind of things where you're really developing your academic curiosity, you're really showing your interest, or more than that, just your passion for your subjects. Those are the kind of things that universities want to see.
Going over and above.
Absolutely, yeah. So at the college, for example, we have what we call the Luton Scholars Programme.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you a little bit about that and how that would help you to get into those top universities. So the Luton Scholars Programme, you would be developing your critical thinking skills, your reasoning skills, all of those skills that are going to be tested when you go through admissions tests, when you find yourself in front of a panel of Oxford dons.
Scary people.
Absolutely, really scary and firing questions at you about your subject, and you've got to be able to answer them. And in a sense, they're not so much interested in what you know, they're interested in how you apply what you know, and that's really important. So our Luton Scholars Programme would develop those critical thinking and reasoning skills. Develops your skills of putting together an academic argument. You'd also be doing the EPQ, so the Extended Project Qualification. So with the Extended Project Qualification, that gives you an opportunity to explore in detail anything that you want to explore, which of course needs therefore really to be related to the subject that you might want to study at university.
So you deep dive.
Absolutely, that's right, because you'll be producing, or most people would produce what we might call a dissertation, so a 5,000 word extended piece of writing about one particular topic. So you find yourself in the interview and you've done your EPQ on archaeology, because that's what you want to apply for. You've got a ready-made extended piece of writing then about which you'll be engaged in discussion.
And it attracts UCAS points, doesn't it? So it attracts UCAS points?
It does attract UCAS points. It's the equivalent of half an A level. For lots of the more selective universities, they're less interested in that, more interested in the fact that you are demonstrating your academic passion, your academic curiosity.
The quality of how you write.
And so all of that. Really, it's like doing a dissertation about 4 years before you do a dissertation at university. In addition to that, then you might be taking one of our additional languages, beginners languages that we have.
You're not going to mention Latin, are you?
I might mention Latin.
Okay, fine. He teaches Latin.
I teach on the Latin course. And there are lots of reasons why I would say that that's a good idea. If you want to be a lawyer, if you want to go into medicine, if you're doing biology, English, history. But there are lots of languages that we offer at the college, like Japanese. We offer Spanish, Arabic, Italian. Again, it's all about developing that. Again, I've used the phrase academic curiosity, and that's really what I think it's about. You might be doing something like the Duke of Edinburgh's Award. Now, The Duke of Edinburgh's award, you might think, well, hang on, that sounds more like extracurricular rather than supercurricular.
Okay.
But some of the things that you'll be doing, volunteering, for example. If you want to go into medicine, well, the volunteering part of your DV might be then to do with volunteering at Keach Hospice, for example. You'll be developing a skill. Well, if you want to go into medicine, why not develop that skill in terms of first aid? So there are lots of ways in which you can make the Duke of Edinburgh's award relevant to the kind of degree that you might want to study in the future.
Okay.
And that, I think, is the key shift from being just extracurricular and then being more supercurricular. Other things that I would really recommend, I mean, there are lots and lots of enrichment opportunities at the college. Last year, we delivered over 25,000 hours of enrichment.
Yeah, impressive.
Key enrichment really for those big universities, something like the Debating Society.
Yeah.
Because again, it's about developing not just your argument and your reasoning, it's about really understanding how to present those arguments and building that confidence.
The confidence bit, isn't it?
Yeah, because that's something that I think lots of people really struggle with, particularly when you've got these questions being fired at you that perhaps you weren't necessarily expecting, but you need to have the confidence to be able to say, okay, that's really interesting. I don't know the answer to that, but let's think about all of these bits of information that I do know, and let's think about how we would apply that to that kind of question.
That confidence improves through practice.
Absolutely,
and that's what we can help them do.
Practice all the way through. And we would give students lots and lots of opportunities to practice those skills. We also work with a third-party organisation called Uni Admissions. Uni Admissions for us is really geared towards those students who might be thinking about Oxford or Cambridge.
So they give specialist support.
They do.
In our awards-winning careers team in terms of all the stuff that they need to have
Absolutely.
to get into
Definitely. And they'll be undertaking, students on that programme would be undertaking about 4 or 5 hours of additional reading every week, and that's reading that is beyond A level. It's more at undergraduate level. Taking part in seminars each week, which is about an hour and a half seminar, so small group discussions which are online. Those are led by an Oxford or Cambridge graduate, and you're not just discussing those topics with your friends from Luton Sixth Form College or your colleagues from Luton or even Bedfordshire, but right across the country, and actually even the world, because we've got people there taking part from the States, from Dubai, from other areas. So you're just experiencing what it's like to talk to people who've got different experiences, different attitudes, different ways of speaking. And again, that's all about building that real confidence.
Raising your game as well.
Yeah, definitely, Okay. You'll have intensive support on your personal statement. You'd have intensive support on preparing for admissions tests.
By specialists.
And intensive support on the interview as well. All geared towards Oxford and Cambridge in that particular instance.
Okay, we're almost out of time. Any final bit you want to throw in for the people watching?
I think it's just about putting yourself out there and getting involved, really. And I just come back to what I said originally. It's not enough just to get the very highest grades. I think sometimes we do think, I'll be fine as long as I get all A's and A stars in my A levels. Thing is, everybody else is going to have A's and A stars who are applying for those same very competitive courses. You've got to be doing all of those things that set you apart from other people. Some of those courses that our students will be applying for are so competitive that only about 5% of people will get in. So you've got to be doing something that 95% of people are not doing.
Brilliant. Okay, so folks, if you want to hear a little bit more, come along to our open evenings. More information is on our website. Mark and the rest of the team will be there on those open evenings. We'd love to hear from you and hope you found this helpful. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.